What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Blue, and today's video is a recap of the trades that I took for Monday and Tuesday. You can see the setups that I take and see the profits or the loss that I make in my paper trading account. I will be going live at the beginning of the year, maybe a little bit sooner. I don't know. We'll see. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you like the content, hit the subscribe and a like for me and leave a comment and I'll hit y'all back. All right, deuces. So this morning, I go to look at the chart and we have a gap forming on the micro E-minis and the SPY. Yesterday I already had drew in my lines on the SPY for my gaps. These two red ones is for the weekly gap and the other blue ones are for daily gaps. It closed last week up at near all-time highs, and today we woke up, or today when you look at the chart on the hourly at least, or any time frame really, during pre-market, we get a large gap up. It's 9:15 right now, and the market ain't even open. As far as day trading, you can trade the micro E-minis, but I don't trade them until the normal trading time. They gapped up about 28 bucks. So I'm looking at that. Like for the most part, I'm not sure. It may come down here and I could catch a bounce from the gap fill, or I may just I'm going to be looking for my 5 minute setup regardless. Either the 5 minute setup or the 15 minute setup, whichever one forms. It's stronger if I get the 15 minute and the 5 setting up together. That's my plan for the day. We're going to probably use these highs just to see how it moves around them. And that's just my plan for the day. All right, everybody. It's August 24th on a Monday. And today I took two trades. The first one was off. I was looking at the 5 minute chart, and at the open, I got the dump candle and a close up under this gap from the big gap it had from here to here. This is Friday's gap, Friday till today. So I ended up taking, once it pulled back, I took it short with two contracts. So once it dumped out $5, I put in a sale order down here and sold one of the contracts with a 25 bucks, not much, but then I put in a trailing stop for the second contract for $5 trailing and got hit on the way back up here in these two candles. So then a little bit later, I ended up taking a trade off the 15 minute chart, and it was after this candle right here formed and this start pulling back. I took one contract and I wanted it to pull back a little bit more down to at least right here before I added a second contract, but it never made it. So once it started pushing up, I had something that I wanted to do. So I went on ahead and put in a trailing stop. And as I was gone, I believe it was this candle that hit it and it took me out and ended up taking some of my profits from my first trade. So I decided, okay, I'm just gonna be done for the day. Profit is profit. It ain't that much, but it is what, 13.75. So about break even. So today was just a break even day, and we'll see what we can get tomorrow. So it is Tuesday, August the 25th, and I took two trades. I took the big L today. This was yesterday's close and it opened up here, so I drew my gap line right here, and this yellow line was yesterday's highs. So I took a trade off of it pulling to the gap. I entered three contracts on this yellow line, and then I entered added two more once it pulled down to the gap for it to go long, for it to bounce back up at least to the open, so that I could take half of my contracts off or three of the contracts off, but it didn't make it up there. It chopped around here and then it dumped out and stopped me out. So then once it was down here, I looked for it to pull back to the gap line, and I wanted it to pull down to see if it was going to pull down to this line with the trade. So I took three contracts once it pulled to here, pulled back up to here to go short down to here, but I almost got there, and then it bounced back up, and I had my stop at 34, and it took me out right at it, and then turned around and went back down. So at that point, I said, all right, I ain't gonna even trade. I'm gonna just take my losses and move on. So today's loss, 186. I took 8 contracts in total. So we'll see if we can get it back or get some of it back Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I'll post those on Friday. All right, don't forget to subscribe.